I know.
Just Matt.
So we might be expecting we leave.
Might be busy. I'll talk to him and see if he is.
Well, we do have 3 out of 5, so we're okay to proceed.
They're good.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Meeting will come to order. It's 5:35 p.m. Assuming both of you have had a chance to look through the minutes.
Yes, I make a motion to approve.
Waters makes a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Brent Mickelson seconds. Further discussion? Further discussion? Further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Permit application final approval.
So this is, I didn't get time to print it off, but. Well, that's weird. What I'm showing is not what. There we go. All right.
So this is universal.
Universal, yep. So first page is pretty much the same as on both. I did add on here permits when issued are valid for 365 days. And that we got one from 1997. They thought it was okay to
See that.
Yeah.
or we have another one that was 3 years ago and they thought it was okay. So that's on there now. This is where it changed a little bit. Oops, this is wrong. So the type of improvement is here, and then there's a drop-down list for what they're going to do, and then they can specify in here
Sure.
what they're doing. Instead of having all those check boxes, I did it this way. This is the same. This is for HVAC. Here's our property zone, what it's zoned as, square footage, and then their setbacks if applicable. This is kind of the stuff that you guys had asked for in the past to make sure that's in there. And then this is the exact same. So the only thing we really changed on it was just this stuff up here.
Anybody have any questions? I would assume that Brent might be willing to make a motion to approve this.
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve the new permit.
Doug?
I will second it.
Further discussion, further discussion, further discussion. Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Moving on to the rehab demo abandoned property guidelines. That is your kind of like this.
I didn't change anything. I just thought I'd go off of this to see what you guys wanted, what you didn't want. Remember, this is just to kind of decide how how would we determine if a property should be?
I'm going down to the bottom, next to the last line on page 1, fireplaces or chimneys that list, bulge, or settle. Is list a common enough phrase that people are going to understand it?
I don't know. We can take that off. Would you rather have a different word in there?
I don't know, leaning or
Leaning. Bulge, settle due to defect, okay?
I talk old timey, and that is old timey. And then of course the citation at the top, we'll have to correct that to.
Right, it would need to be fit for us, not.
So is it saying that if any one of these is checked, it's classified as a substandard building?
No. That's what we need to decide. Like, if you want it as, if, for example, if, members of the walls partition, so 5 down at the bottom, if that one is in there, is that an automatic? Where maybe you don't have a bathroom, you don't have a kitchen sink, don't have hot running water. So 5 of those would equal the same thing.
Yeah, and you could say that, and then you could just change the color of the
bottom.
cell.
Yep.
Of those that are mandatory.
If any of these are noted, the building works towards condemnation.
And then we put this on the fire chief to make this, complete this form.
I think it could be anybody. Could be the building inspector, could be the fire chief, could use it as, we have their inspection, a health inspector in the community. If we had that route.
So number H then will need to be rephrased a little bit.
H.
Reflect your phone again.
Kind of turn the damn volume off.
Oh.
I think I just took a picture instead.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as there wasn't a picture of me.
So who determines that a property would be subject to this inspection?
For example, I think there's a letter or a complaint that came in. So that would be the initiation of it. We could use this somebody would go out and inspect it, come back to this group and say, these are the things that we find.
Okay.
Do you want to move forward with the procedure? Then I go to city commission. Do you want to move forward with the procedure?
Okay.
So it starts with a complaint,
Complaint, yep.
a letter from someone.
Yep.
Maybe not a complaint, but a
Concern even.
concern.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any further comments?
And then I'll go through and I'll try to get it redone. Yeah,
If I have not heard any, we've got any further comments, substantial comments on the documents, so
I'll take it and I'll go.
sanitize it to make it specific to Hillsboro.
Correct. Okay.
Take it from there. So, do we have anything to do on the building inspector?
Yes, so I did talk to them, and they are working with Secretary of State and all that to get all their paperwork done, so they'd be a contracted services with us, so
Okay. So that's moving ahead.
that's moving ahead.
I do. Got a contact regarding, a storage building out at Seawick, and, if they decide that they were gonna proceed with something, I would like those guys to offer advice on it. There was no confirmation that there was something they were gonna pursue immediately.
Okay. With that, there's that one building that you guys need to probably look at. And is it in that packet or is it in this one?
Which one is it?
It's that new home that's going in.
Oh, Bjornson?
Yep, your instance. Maybe it's not even in there.
No, I don't think so.
Let me see if I can find it on here.
There is, no, there is a mention in here though. That
Did we?
no,
Here it is. So this is the new home going in. There was a couple things that changed. It's only going to be a 200 amp panel. So this is one good thing that helped in our aspects. So we're glad that that's in there. But this is the home that'll be going in. I can't remember who's doing the foundation work.
I don't recall. I haven't talked to him.
It's out of Mayville somewhere, I want to say.
Oh,
Or no, or is it Nostitz? It might be Nostitz.
might be not.
And they had looked at it, we had it here when those guys were here, and they took a quick look at it and said everything seemed to be okay. It is getting lined up with Charlie Stock's house.
Okay,
And then we had to make an agreement with Charlie and that they were going to put a ditch or culverts in underneath to make sure the water kept running through, because he was gonna fill it in all the way for the driveway right away, but then they decided to let's see.
Is that the one where they wanted to get annexed into the
Yep,
city?
and we annexed them in.
Oh, you did, okay.
Yep. Because there was some easement stuff that we had to get taken care of with Charlie as well, so that should be all taken care of. But we just want to, I just want to make sure that you guys are okay with it moving forward, so that, because we're kind of in this limbo of,
yeah.
Without an inspector?
right, so Bruce will check it as much as he can.
I mean, they're licensed people that are designing it and licensed contractors, so
Right.
they should be sharp enough to that.
Yep.
And know
So
Okay.
that.
just make sure we add that down on the bottom, I should say, so.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the complaint about the first garage. There's two issues. One is the garage itself that, was burned in a fire And then the further complaint that they believe that somebody is staying in the camper that's parked on the street there. I've been by there a few times, and I wonder that as well, whether or not there are people staying in that camper. I don't know that they've requested a, I don't know, what did we describe it as, a permit?
Permit, yep.
For using it for a defined period of time.
Nope. So we can, the camper stuff can go, if you guys want, that can move on, and we'll send them a letter saying that if you have somebody living in here, you need to come get a permit and state your reasons. And then, the building itself, I mean, you can start he does have a building permit, but
Yeah, didn't he get a permit?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got a permit, so.
so a complaint came from somebody
Yeah, there's a
about
letter.
the garage, or I mean the camper?
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
it's the house next door.
So we need to send them a letter to say they need it. If somebody is living in there, they need a permit?
They need remember we enacted that ordinance.
And how long are they allowed to stay in there?
I gotta remember now. It's not that one.
No, I think we were pretty generous with him when we issued that permit.
You know,
For him to just sit on that now for another 3-4 months before winter comes along.
oh, he's not doing anything? That's a
No.
complaint?
No,
It's
there's
just,
no
oh, I see.
complaints.
I think it's 2 weeks.
Might be 2 weeks. And then you can request an
Then you gotta
extension.
request an extension from the commission.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I wrote on the resolution, ask owner to file permit for use of camper. And then what would you like to do with the old garage? The permit's out there,
The permit is out there, it was issued, correct?
as far as I can recall.
So we gotta give him time to work on it. He seems to be working, within a year, if he does nothing, then
Yeah,
I'd be more concerned about the house that burnt that's just sitting there.
was that when that house burned too?
Not there, it'd be the one over by Teeks, by the dairy, down that street,
Oh, yeah.
which has been longer.
He offered to sell that property to somebody. And I don't know that anything ever happened,
Right.
so. So we'll just monitor progress on the construction.
If there was no building permit, then you could maybe, but if there's an active building permit, it's kinda hard to say anything, so.
Yeah, you gotta give him time, I mean.
Yep.
I mean, maybe he's been busy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you, is my writing legible? No?
Very.
If not, Abby will call you.
Did I ever explain that? When my dad was 7 or 8 years old, they'd gone down to visit some relatives, and there's a great big hill, and they had a flat tire, and Grandpa told my dad to get out and put a rock under the wheel, and he heard a noise and figured, well, it's under there, so I'll take my hand off the brake. And of course, it wasn't under there, it just rode right over my dad's arm. So my dad was right-handed when he was born,
Yeah.
and it was damaged so bad that he couldn't write with his right hand. So he learned to write left-handed, and where my grandma lived, she ran a boarding house. So all the people living in the boarding house were teachers. And so they were all constantly watching my dad learn to write again.
Oh.
And when I cleaned out his office, he died on his 59th birthday. And I went down to the garage to clean out the stuff in his office. The pad on the desk, he was still doing penmanship.
Jeez.
And I could write cursive by the time I went to first grade. Teachers didn't like that very much.
Before you get to permits, I have one thing to add in.
Okay. Proceed.
So the Jordan first re-subdivision, it's proved how everything's built on there, but they are looking at possibly selling the homes. So right now they're twin homes that they're rental, but there's some that have expressed interest apparently in selling. But in doing so, they have to split the lots and do that. And to do that, these are 100-foot lots currently, and it's zoned as R2, which doesn't allow for 50-foot lots. So we need to rezone it as an R3 for a 50-foot lot. And then we may have to change the ordinance. It might be okay.
I don't know, I don't think I'd have a problem with it.
Because the ordinance may say R3. Lot depth, area, lot coverage.
Are these twin homes?
They're twin homes, yeah.
So they would get split in half? I mean,
And they'd have that shared wall.
but then, yeah, so then how does that work with your property?
It's right down the middle of the home.
So, I mean, so you wouldn't have a property line on the one side of the building, which is weird.
It is weird, but they do that in Fargo, Grand Forks, all the bigger places are like that.
That's
The kind of the norm.
can do, that's why those were built. My mom's unit was a duplex.
Yeah, so I think we just need to approve, and then we have to go through the process of rezoning. But it's,
Anybody have any objections to making those changes?
No,
No.
as long as the
so I just need a
homeowners
motion.
are okay with it.
Yeah,
Need a motion?
Need a motion, because it's the owners. I gotta find it. I lost it.
How many of these twin homes are they building?
Well, there's
There
12, I think, right there.
I think so. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there'd be 18.
Really?
Yeah, they built all of them out. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9. The one they didn't build on this lot, and maybe not this one. I can't remember. Lot 1 and lot 10. But for the rest, they all have twin homes on them. So just a motion to approve to proceed, and then we have to publish and hearing and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I'll make a motion to proceed.
Brent, are you seconding?
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? Further discussion, hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. I read what I said wrote the motion is members of planning and zoning consider this change from R2 to R3 and recommends that the commission proceed.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now, the building permits that still need approval.
I think there's 3 that came in today, so that aren't on that list. Or yesterday. Which would be this one for Ferguson.
St. John's
And
and Vets Club.
This is the one that's 1997.
I assume on that one you'd want more stuff, Bruce. So that one wouldn't be approved.
And you know they got the drawings, like the last one. So on the St. John's project, Randy called, and what they want to do is replace the cement steps on the north side of the parsonage, which is over by the tennis courts. And they were going to install a new wooden composite steps on the north side. I think it's kind of tilting right now, and they want to clean that up. There's also kind of a pebble-looking material on the foundation wall that's sagging, and they're going to go in and improve that. And then they're working on other things on the inside of the house, but they don't have a permit set for that yet. So I didn't have a problem with that. They sent the permit. And the Vets Club, they want to fill in those boulevards by the Vets Club with concrete, which, like, grass doesn't grow there anyway.
Oh.
So my thinking is that it might just as well be cement.
And you talked to Pernadas already and got everything okay?
Okay, so Pernadas, I'm gonna put those here.
Or do you want this one to be the last one, since it takes the longest?
Yeah, let's get these done.
Okay, so then there's also Tim Wright had, which Casey approved. That's new concrete in the parking lot on the east side. Mark Salvador approved in the office for a new window replacement. Jeff Moots is doing the work on the roof, re-roofing. Casey approved that one. Same thing with Donovan Mao, that was a re-roof approved in the office.
Raphael, new roof, at least on.
Yep, re-shingle entire house, new shingles, gutter, paper, ice wire, drip. That was painted done in the office.
And then Miller's Fresh Foods, they wanted to put a curb between the parking lot and their building because the water's running into the building.
On the
South side of
south side. When they first asked me about it, I said, well, if it's on the west side, then there's a little bit more work that needs to be done.
But according to an unnamed source, there was just as much water in the building as there was before they put the curb in, so I don't know.
Do you want to approve those and do this one later, or do you want to put this one in?
No, I'm gonna hold that one.
Okay, so
I'll move that we approve those permits.
Okay, so we got Brent making a motion to approve the first group of permits.
I'll second.
everything but the Pernada and Ferguson permit.
Yep. All Any further discussion, all approved? Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Okay, that leaves Ferguson is outstanding. We got Onus does want to build a shed behind there. Sarah Lovis's old house. They bought that house. Darren and Wendy bought that house, and her parents live in the house. And they want to put a shed back there. And I'm okay with the shed. I went there and looked, but I would like to have Zach make sure that the location of the shed is far enough off the easement. So I would think we could approve it pending.
Did we have a permit for it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, that's, Onus is here. And then this is Dennis and Nicole Evans. And both of those I should probably have Zach go over there and look at with me. But I think we could probably approve them pending Zach's review project.
Correct.
Brent, would you like a motion to that effect?
I sure would make a motion for that.
And I bet Doug would like to second that.
Sure, I'll second it.
Further discussion, hearing none. All in favor, approve by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, Tornadoes. So it's kind of undefined in terms of how they're constructing this repair of the basement wall. So the house has got a wood basement in it.
Oh.
And they realize that it's not, you can see that it's leaning. So they're going to put a footing down, but they don't specify anywhere in here what type of footing they're putting down. So I went and I started out with Brian and asked his suggestions, and then I went over and I talked to Jake Baumgartner and got his ideas, and then I went back to Brian with what I got from over at Jake's place and arrived at that they should have a form made from anywhere between 2x8 and 2x12 boards, anywhere in between there, and that, so it would be anywhere between 8 and 12 inches deep, and it would be 2 feet wide, and there would be number 4 rebar 2 inches from the top, and 2 inches from the bottom. So essentially they're putting those, it technically forms a beam when you place that rebar in there.
This is just one wall that needs to be fixed?
As far as they can
The rest of it is okay?
replace what wood wall, they're replacing it with cement block. So, the cement block would be 8 inches, and then you'll have 8 inches of free space on each side of the footing.
Well, it has to be like a typical. Now, is this a basement or just a foundation?
Basement.
It's a basement.
So then they're redoing the whole wall above it then too, or how are they?
They're gonna prop that up with jacks and put a temporary post in there and
Yeah,
crank it up just a little above what they need. Then they have to tie the footing into the existing footings.
and they're doing this themselves?
Yeah,
Well,
that's why I went
as
to,
long as they're doing it, the right way.
so I had Abby send these instructions to them.
Mm-hmm.
But my thinking is that we need to have them take a picture of it
Yeah.
as they're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
because it does need to be in this range.
Well, it should be, inspected after the form is put in,
Mhm.
and then they pour the form. You can't put the blocks on until the form is provided.
Right.
And then, the form is the most important part,
Mhm.
the footing.
If we don't get the footing right,
Right.
doesn't matter what else they do.
The wall then is the simple part.
Mhm.
So, just to make sure that footing is properly done
And are they doing it on the inside of it or on the outside?
Well, you're gonna move your jacks in about
oh yeah,
a foot and a
you
half
move
to
your-
2 foot.
yeah, to hold up while
Plus-
you're working.
Yeah. And they're gonna have to clean all that crap out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're only doing one wall, the other one doesn't look a lot better.
Huh.
I don't really think that the house is even salvageable myself, but
They're just trying to keep it going.
yeah. I don't know, their cost estimate was only $1,500.
That must just be materials.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, as long as that footing is done properly, and it should be inspected before any
Before adding
any
any
wall is
block,
put on top of it. That's my opinion. Because that's the most important part of the project.
It is. And now if the ground's soaked, I don't know how well it's gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Photographed and inspected prior to installing block.
Mm-hmm.
Well, prior to installing the concrete, I assume they're pouring the bottom.
Oh yeah, you'd want the form inspected.
Inspected, yeah.
Yeah, because once they pour the concrete, you're not going to see if they put the rebar in there and if they
Yep.
did it like they said.
Photographed and inspected form prior to pour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then probably at completion. Because technically, we're supposed to give a permit of inspection and that it's habitable, so.
And you're counting on me to do that.
No, not necessarily. But at least if we're in the interim and the new inspectors come and they look at it, we can say, here's the pictures of it, and they can say,
Right.
No, I think we should just get a phone number for Keith so that I can correspond with him.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. Because I don't think he's gonna have a problem looking at it and telling me if I'm full of crap here. People have told me that before. It's hard to believe, but. Well, let's see. You think, Doug, it's your turn?
Make a motion to approve the in question permits.
And I bet Brent wants to second that motion.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? We're satisfied with the way it's all been described and we want somebody to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Any other discussion? Fears, concerns? Since there's no further discussion, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose the same sign. Motion carries. The specifics on this should get sent to them so that they understand it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have Abby send that to him.
Next planned meeting will be September 8th, 5:30. I can't think of any reason that wouldn't work, so. If there aren't any objections, we'll proceed.
I move to adjourn.
Brent moves to adjourn, Bev seconds. Meeting adjourned at 6:14.